It was it was on USA all the time
Yes.
as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you, Sean?
The first one is awesome. I hadn't seen it in a while, so it was nice to go back to it. I was like, oh yeah, this movie's still amazing.
It's good. It's a good time. I actually saw the second one first.
Oh, really?
And like that one hooked me in. So eventually I rented the first one. I'm like, holy shit, this is great.
I saw the first one on TV a bunch, and I remember vividly going into the primetime video when it was still around in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. I walked in when Tremors 2 had just dropped on tape.
Yeah.
And there was a big display with him, and I was like, Tremors 2?
Yes.
Immediately rented it and fell in love with it. Where's Kevin Bacon? That's okay, because we get Earl Bassett.
Yeah.
So, if you're not familiar with the first plot of Tremors, Joe, could you please read? Everyone loves when we read the back of the box.
You want me to read the back of the box? Okay, well.
Yes. I mean, granted, we can only do it for 3 of the movies because then we don't have the back of the box for the other ones.
We don't. I think the 4th one came out on tape, but I don't have that on tape.
But that's fine. That's fine. So
Okay,
what happened in Tremors 1?
The classic Tremors.
Kevin Bacon
and Fred Ward, R.I.P., star as 2 country handymen who lead a cast of zany characters to safety in this exciting sci-fi creature comedy. Just as Val McKee, Bacon, Kevin Bacon, that is, and Earl Bassett, Fred Ward, decide to leave Perfection, Nevada, strange rumblings prevent their departure. With the help of a shapely seismology student, Finn Carter.
Shapely? I mean, she's nice. I wouldn't call her shapely.
You will have world-class breasts. What does he say? Legs that go all the way up.
She's a good-looking girl. Shapely is not the word I'd use for her, but anyway, continue.
She's intelligent.
Yeah.
Shapely, though.
Yeah.
Shapely. That's a bizarre choice for her.
No, actually, yeah. She's got a real good butt, as we find out.
I guess I'd have to look at it again.
Yeah. Anyway.
She's wearing desert clothes.
Well,
and not even like
when she gets
sexy
caught,
desert
when
clothes,
she gets
like practical desert clothes.
When she gets caught in the barbed wire.
Oh, I guess, yes.
Of course.
Yes. They discovered their desolate town is infested with the gigantic man-eating creatures that live below ground. The race is on to overcome these slimy subterraneans and find a way to higher ground in this enjoyable thriller co-starring Michael Gross and Reba McEntire.
Co-starring. This would be the last time. Well, no, this would be the second to last time he co-starred in this series.
Yes.
He went on.
He becomes the star.
He went on to be the star of the series. Yeah. So basically, what can you say about it? It's Jaws with worms in the sand.
Don't do that to this movie.
No, that's like the elevator pitch for it. But like the characters really, I love this town. Like this is the case. This is a rare case for like a creature feature where I actually like the characters and don't actually want them to die.
Yeah.
Maybe that kid Melvin, but I don't actually want them to die because they're all so wacky and fun. And come on, Chang.
Oh, I love Chang.
It's so sad when Chang dies.
Walter Chang. Oh, do you know that actor's name?
Joe, everyone knows his name is Victor Wong.
Of
I
course.
know it. Sean knows it.
Yes.
You're the only one who didn't know that his name was Victor Wong.
I know. I'm terrible. I don't have any trivia knowledge whatsoever.
And I definitely didn't look that up. I just knew it off the top of my head.
And I've only seen this movie one time.
Wow. Really sprung for the premiere Arrow release version of it.
Can't stand this movie.
Anyway,
it's a joke, folks.
But yeah, no, the characters are all like so much fun. And you care about the doctor when him and his wife get eaten in the freaking car.
It's a great mix of comedy and horror.
Yes,
you know
it
what
really
I mean?
is.
On the set of this Western, it's weird.
I love Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward are like trying to be like these big like entrepreneurs, but they're in the middle of fucking nowhere. I love like as they're leaving, like they just pack up and like we're gone, and then Mrs. Briggs from Twin Peaks, she's like, I got like something you can work on.
We just left this town one goddamn day too late.
Every time they leave, there's another catastrophe that stops
By the
them.
way, you just did Matthew McConaughey's voice for
Could you imagine Matthew McConaughey and Fred Ward? Fucking, we're going to get those goddamn Tremors.
I can see it.
Grab boards.
Well,
man.
Matthew McConaughey would have been able to, as we know, he's really good with dragons, so
That's
he would have
right.
taken these ones out.
Come on, big boy! Into a fucking graboid now.
Oh,
with
God,
an
with the
axe.
axe, yeah.
I do think it is funny
shovel.
seeing Ariana Richards in this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get back to that later,
Yeah.
but when she comes back in one of the sequels, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I can't believe that shit.
But it was just like, oh yeah, before Jurassic Park, she was in this.
Like
so
only a couple years before.
yeah, just a couple years. She's addicted to pogo sticks.
It's super quotable.
Yes.
It's super fun. The effects are amazing.
And it's fun to learn about because they are like animals. They're not space aliens, which is
well, we find that in the second one.
Well, they're not space aliens.
No, I know. But we find out the
Well, I mean,
origins.
they act like animals. So basically, they're worms. What you need to know, they're worms, and they sense vibration. They have 3 tongues that come out that grab you, hence the name graboids.
Snakeoids. Wait,
Well, we
that's not
we
good.
gotta credit that to Walter Chang.
Yeah,
Chang.
Chang,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Wait. Graboids.
All right,
What it is.
that's a great scene.
Yeah.
I do love that.
They have a plaque on the wall in one of the sequels of
And
that.
so it's funny because oh god,
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
we had a candle here. It's done now. It's funny because the cover, that's not the graboid, that's the graboid tongue, but they make it look big.
Right.
and
so
even
it-
then, it's not entirely accurate.
It's not colored the
Yeah.
way they look like. So it's kind of misleading, and it is a fun reveal because had I not seen the second one first, I wouldn't have known this. But if you go into it blind, it's like, oh, so they're little snakes, and then when the big one comes out, you're like, oh shit!
Must be a million of them. Nope, just one.
It's fun to see like how they kill each one. So they kill the first one on accident.
Yeah.
The second one, our boy Bert, Bert and his wife,
Oh God! They unload on this thing.
they
It bursts through the wall in their
yeah,
basement.
it burst through the worst possible wall it could have burst through in this entire town. It burst through the wall of the guy who really cares about the Second Amendment. He has every single gun possible, and they light that fucking thing up.
It's like that scene in Men in Black when they go back there with all the weaponry, like at the convenience store. That's basically this guy's basement.
And then, of course, so this one did. There's one thing I criticized Jurassic Park for. It never told us who the big one was. There's a raptor that's the big one.
Oh,
and then when
yeah.
you watch it, they all look the same. So you never know. So this one, they have Stumpy because they ripped off one of his tongues. Like, okay,
Right.
that's like the bad one.
Well, yeah, but it's very like loose. You know?
But yeah, it's real clever how they kill him, tricking him to jump off the
Yeah.
bridge. And it's just a solid monster flick. I don't know anyone who would ever watch this and be like, nah.
I don't know how you could watch this and be like, nah, it sucked.
Yeah, and Kevin Bacon's charming in it.
So funny.
This is still before he went like he was a big star at this point, but he wasn't like gigantic
Right.
yet.
He was pretty damn big.
He was big.
this point.
He was big, but he wasn't like he would end up becoming way bigger.
Oh, 100%.
yes.
I mean, speaking of McConaughey, it's not like a situation like we had when we did Texas
Yeah.
Chainsaw 4.
Well, he was just getting his beak wet at this
right.
point.
Well, I guess my point being is like this movie just came out. Like
Yes.
that had that whole situation where it sat on the shelf for years,
Yeah.
and then there was all that weird thing. Well, we can't let people
Yeah.
know he's in it. It's like no, this is pretty well known Kevin Bacon movie.
Oh, yeah.
that everyone generally speaking likes. I mean, it sounds like we all like it.
Yeah. For whatever reason, it wasn't like a gigantic hit. It was like a moderate hit, which leads to Tremors 2.